Okay, so vegans think that they're doing a lot better for the earth than we are. But what are vegans actually doing other than pollution? You guys are probably thinking pollution. They're cleaning up garbage. No, they're doing the same thing as we are. Some vegans recycle. Now, I used to recycle so much. Yeah, we would have recycling bins and everything would be recycled at one point in time. But I do believe in cleaning up garbage and trash, keeping the earth clean. But here's the real question, okay? Vegans eat a lot of beans, and you know what that means. The more you eat, the more you toot. So that's a lot of pollution in the atmosphere. That is actually bad for the ozone layer. So they're not doing better for the earth. I mean, if you eat a balanced diet, you'll be okay. But did you know, if every living thing farted at the same time, the earth would be done. Ozone layer finished. If everybody and every living thing farted all at once. Now, vegans fart more than anyone. They eat a lot of beans. They eat a lot of things that give you a lot of gases, which is bad for the atmosphere. Now, it seems harmless because people are doing this a lot. But they're not doing it all at the same time. But you would have to have more than just humans. You know, you'd have to involve animals and everything else. But yeah, if everyone, every living thing all farted at the same time. Think about it. The ozone layer would be destroyed. It couldn't handle that much gas, that much pollution right there. So, are they really doing better for the earth? Not really. Are meat eaters doing better for the earth? Definitely. We're doing our part and our share. You know, a lot of the food that we get come from like factory farms. So that stuff's already there. Now you get the standard farmers. They make like, they grow a lot of vegetables and grains. But what happens, during that process or before that process? Well, animals that live in the ground, gophers, groundhogs, snakes, and everything else gets killed. Because when a farmer has to prepare the land, they have to grind up the ground. So whatever is living underneath is getting ground up with those heavy machinery. So if everything were nothing but vegetables, and everyone and every living thing had to eat that, do you know how many animals you would have to kill just to prepare that much vegetation? Think about it, all the groundhogs and everything that were living in those homes, done. The gophers, the small little versions, gone too. Just like avocados. Oh my gosh, the amount of animals killed during, just to plant avocados. But yeah, so that's why there's a lot of people complaining about avocados because you're doing more harm than not. I love avocados. For the standard person like myself, it's fine. I'm going to plant something in the ground. I'm not going to destroy an entire field to plant one tree. We're just fixing up that part of the ground. But farmers, they have to till the ground completely. Heavy machinery. A lot of things are getting killed. But vegans want more vegetation. So if everyone went vegan, that would be more crops we would have to eat. And not just that. It's everything else. The amount of bees you would have to put to work. You would be killing bees left and right. Vegans don't care that, all these crops that we get grown, bees have to pollinate the flowers. They're not worried about the bees doing that and dying. You know what they say? Bees die anyways because it's their job. But we're not forcing them to do their job. They do it naturally. Now, when you're growing that much crops, bees are doing twice the amount of labor. So they're killing over. And a lot of them are starving because there's no beehives out on the fields. So bees won't travel that far distance to find a single beehive that far away from home. Usually they'll pollinate anything nearby, which is why migratory beekeeping is a thing. They take this big bucket of bees, they dump it out into the field, and the bees will go around pollinating. That's migratory beekeeping. They get taken from their homes, thrown out to the fields to work, and they die. During winter, they're all dead. There's no beehives, they're living on the crops. But when winter comes over, they starve because there's nothing for them to go to. There's no beehive, there's nothing. That's migratory beekeeping. So, yeah, there's really no other way when you have acres and acres of land of farming. Vegans don't understand that. You can't just, oh, the bees are going to pollinate it naturally. There's not enough bees on a farm to do so. You need migratory beekeeping, unless you're going to put up posts somehow with the beehive here. And, you're going to need so many beehives. So think about it. What justice are you really doing? You're not worried to forcing them to work hard labor until they die, but it's not okay for us to eat honey. So what's worse? Us, which at least we give them food, even though it's just sugar. I know eventually they're going to need nutrients from the honey, but at least we give them something. Vegans don't. They just, oh, here's out on the fields. We need bees to do their job. This is what bees were made for. They're going to die anyways. That's not how it works. It's constant migratory beekeeping because bees don't live. Bees live, what, 2 to 3 weeks at best? Couple weeks, on average. Except for the queen bee lives a long time. But the standard bee, no. But here's the thing, is the amount of bees that you're using to labor, a lot of them starve and die. So at least I can say with us that eat meat as well, we're more 50-50. 50% meat, 50% vegetation works out. So we don't need as many crops because we have stuff to keep us full. But if you know how fast vegetation digests, like you ever eat like some a bowl of vegetables or whatever, and 30 minutes to an hour later you're hungry again? Because vegetables digest really fast, as to where meat takes a while to digest. So you're going to be hungry really fast, and you're good. That's why vegans will eat like 5 to 7 meals in a day, because how fast it digests, because they're not eating any meat. So they're not getting protein from meat. They're getting everything plant-based iron. So they're eating more. They have to eat more. That's how much vegetation we would need. We would need times 7 the amount, if you think about it. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say is, are they really doing justice for the planet? I think not.